While Jared finishes his gum, I've got a question. Well, Fraser LeVay podcast. Today, we're talking NBA preseason, new season, playoffs, futures, what we're excited about. Do you think there's a cultural difference in the gum we like, or do you think it's like everyone likes all the same gums?
I know everybody thinks that everybody's the same, right? But I feel like there's like little DNA genetics that are different between each races, and it makes certain foods taste better or disgusting. So I think white people
Hmm.
have a superpower tongue. They don't need seasoning. They're just like this food tastes great without any seasoning. I like it with it down, yeah, plain. Like, hey, give me my steak as rare as possible, almost raw. And you're just like, what the fuck? But black people like, man, we need more. We like our taste buds to dance and shit. So yeah. Give me fucking all the sugar, salt, all that shit on it, baby. I want. That's why we get diabetes. We can't eat white people food. Y'all took us out here and now just eating burgers with no seasoning. So, and I need my gum to taste. I like flavored gum. White people just drinking like fucking plain ass gum. I need my shit to be flavored.
Like white people have gum to make their breath feel fresh, where you like it for flavor. Like we
Yeah,
want
fuck.
mint
What
and
the fuck?
spearmint and shit.
Yeah, that's because y'all be eating all that raw meat. You need a mint to make it smell better. You just fucking eating raw oxtail duck. What? Fuck?
What do you like the regular gum, like regular Bubblicious, just that standard Bubblicious flavor?
Is that regular? Bubblicious is flavored gum, but it just don't last long, man.
Yeah.
Bubblicious is, yeah. If you eat Bubblicious, you know what women feel like when you nut fast. You're just like, this wasn't enough.
I wonder if
Uh,
they've got the science figured out, but like gum doesn't last any longer than it did 25 years ago. But I guess why would gum makers want it to last longer? Because then you buy less. But like, surely the fucking science of
that's how
gum should
capitalism.
be
That's how
lasting like
capitalism
30
sucks.
minutes. Yeah.
Isn't that doesn't capitalism just ruin everything at some point? It's just like, hey, we know we can make this amazing, but then we wouldn't make money, so therefore we're gonna dumb it down. We're probably gonna try to kill a couple of you just so
Yeah.
we can get more people around to buy. Yeah, like yeah, kind of
Like I
sucks.
bet China has gum and Russia has gum that lasts for like 45 minutes.
It's not even. I feel like I'm under believing that like there's a Wakanda out there somewhere. There's a country out there that's just fucking amazingly advanced, but they just don't share with the world. Like there's a country off the coast of India that's like never been touched by white people. If you try to
Maybe
get
it's
on a
North
boat,
Korea.
they'll shoot you dead. No, no, Donald Trump's been in North Korea. Like no, there's a
Okay.
country that shoots you dead. No white man's ever stepped foot there. And I feel like they got an elevator that goes to the core of the earth, and they have like a utopia on like the under realms, like in between the mantle. They said they got water and like land, and so they just they figure shit out. And they're like, we don't want people coming on fucking with our shit. So they got the
Yeah.
best gum. They don't have capitalism there. Everybody's like a just an equal society. Everybody does their part.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's interesting that gum truly is like the representation of capitalism. I think we've really discovered something here.
Yeah. Other than
And
that, Dodgers winning the World Series, bitch. Dodgers winning the
ooh,
World Series, bitch. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shohei Ohtani about to come over here and shit on white people. I hate to say it, baseball was the last sport for white people, man. It was. Football got taken over, basketball taken over, Latinos took over, and like the Argentinians took over soccer. And so now you got baseball was white people shit, man. Mark McGuire, all the motherfuckers, Jock Peterson, just real white people. Now Shohei Ohtani, couple Japanese taking over baseball, bro. Shohei Ohtani did some shit that nobody ever did. Well, you said Barry Bonds did it. But either way, 50-50 shit, that's new. And Aaron Judge, I mean, I don't know what race is Aaron. What race is Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge like he related to you.
hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I feel like he's like half Indian, half black, half white. He's like a third of everything.
He's definitely got black in him, but I wouldn't say I don't know. We
Hmm.
would claim him if he was running for president, but outside of that, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I feel like we white people still have hockey and swimming. I don't think we'll let go of
I don't.
that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like China gonna sneak up on swimming and just the Asian Michael
Oh, that's
Phelps gonna
true.
be out there fucking people up, and he ain't gonna never learn English. He's just gonna be.
Oh my god.
That's pretty racist. I'm sorry. I'm pretty racist. Yeah. I'm sorry. Apologies on my racism there.
Yeah, that's okay. You're allowed. It's been years of stuff you had to go through, so I totally get it.
No,
um,
the Asian man ain't did nothing else.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let's jump into the NBA. We haven't really watched much or looked into it a ton. Well, we just did. I mean, it just snuck up, I guess. That was a better way to phrase that. I can't believe it's already starting. I feel like they need to restart NBA after NFL season. Like, start the NBA in January and have it run until September or August.
I like these like sports equinox days where like all the sports are playing on the same day. And this year, before you get an election in between it, and I just like to be
Ooh.
overstimulated. I like, yeah, I don't
Mm.
want it to be evenly stimulated throughout the season. I like to be like,
Mm.
oh shit, blah, 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 you know, flipping channels
Yeah.
on tour, like what? And that's where I'm at right now.
It's like you're poor and you have like 4 screens open. You can't just have like one and like just one-on-one stuff. It's got to be
That's like,
multiples.
yeah, I have YouTube TV and they're like play all the college football games on one channel. And it's like overstimulating. Like it's too much dopamine. Like I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
think the kids' brains work like that. Like they can multitask. But like I'm like, damn, I can't pay attention to one of these games because all of the games are on. And I think
Yeah.
that's the problem with us. Yeah, we're dopamine addicted. I miss the good
And
old
I
days. We
like,
had to listen to the game on the radio. And, you know, I was that old when you had to listen to it on the radio, and you'd be like, "He's to the 30, to the 40. He's gonna score." That's kind of sports.
imagine you went back. That would be so weird to just be listening to that on the radio and being so excited about it. What a wild, weird
You
time.
know what? Actually, you know what's crazy? And I don't think I don't know. Maybe somebody's talked about it on the podcast, but I want you to cut this clip out. All right, starting here.
Okay.
What's crazy to me is that in Back to the Future 2, he was going back in time with a sports almanac to like go make some fucking money, bro. Like when you really think about it, like imagine like if that was modern day, like somebody from the future from like 10 years came back to right now with their shit and they was just about to like break the shit out of FanDuel, DraftKings, like they going ham, people about to like block them out. Is that not nuts?
Yeah,
Is that not nuts
that
that sports
is.
betting was like a huge thing back then?
And I feel like back then you could die for that shit because like I don't think it was regulated by nice people back in the day. You were like with some bookie who you fuck around, you're finished.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. There was no
like it was
law. You couldn't
all.
sue somebody. He was like,
It
"Do
was
I
like
owe
a
you two
criminal
million
enterprise.
dollars? Do I
Yeah,
owe you $2
exactly.
million dollars? We can do this
Yeah,
the easy way or the hard way. How you want to do it?"
yeah. The people who were running gambling back then, I don't think you messed around with. That's for sure. It was all
I guess
drug
my
dealers and.
my question is, how greedy would you be, right? Let's say I could take you back to
Hmm.
2021. You have your FanDuel account, you have your DraftKings account, you have literally all the sport winners for the next 3 years. How much money do you make?
I guess it'd be how much money could I get and bring back with me. I'd probably max out whatever that is. So I mean, it wouldn't be a ton, but
So you
like I
just
would
come
do at
back to
least.
2024. What would you
I
be
would
like?
at
Would you
least.
have $1 billion?
Well, where would I find that money to bet? You know, it's not like I just find $1 billion and go back and bet $1 billion. Like I have to
Are you
have that money to
serious?
bet.
No. All you got to do is go back, put an 18 team parlay together for 3 weeks for
Ooh,
like a thousand
oh, you're
dollars,
right.
and then you're
That's
there.
true.
And yeah,
Ooh,
but like, how greedy would you be? Like, my question is, if you started in 2021, you were there for like a month, and you had
hmm.
like literally the picks and everybody who won. When you came back to 2024, how much money would you have?
I would probably say at least 100 million. I would say 50
That's
to 100
it.
million. I'd probably cap it at. Yeah, because then
That's
people
it.
start investigating you and stuff. You know, you and how much money do you
it
need? You only need 10 million to be extremely
uh,
happy. So,
with modern day inflation, $100 million, you will go back broke. You're not getting a yacht with $100 million. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I would hate it. I would hate that. Like, I would be next to like Mark Zuckerberg and like Elon Musk, who like have these crazy like inventions to get rich, and it's just like he invented Tesla with asterisks. He invented Meta. This guy's sports betting to hit 25, 15 team parlays. Like, I don't like the title, but I'm definitely gonna be like, yeah, I got 10 billion. I'm sitting
ooh,
on 10 billion.
I would just be nervous of being investigated. Like 100 million, 50 million, maybe you're like, okay, I
What
guess that
kind
could
of
happen.
that?
Where 10 billion, they're coming after you at some
What is
point.
it? It's gonna be like Slumdog Millionaire where they ask the question, how did you know Tennessee State was gonna win by 21 points? I don't fucking know. I'm just ridiculous. There's no way you can get caught. How could you get caught? They're like, you have a time machine?
I assume they'd cut you off at some point, but I do like your idea of a parlay. Like I would start off with like a 15 team parlay for like $100. You hit that, so then you've got like 100 grand or 200 grand or even a million, and then put it all on like a Super Bowl long shot, like the Chief, not long shot, the Chiefs at plus 850. $1 million on
No,
that.
you're
And there
gonna,
you're
yeah, no, come on, man. You're not trying to get billions of dollars. I see where you're gonna get 100 million. You're gonna be like, I took 23,000, made it 300,000, made it two. No, you gotta fucking bet every week, just hitting fucking 15 team parlays. They're gonna cut you off. So you got to get it before they get you.
that's fair.
All right, this clip is
All
way
right.
too long, but I think it's
I liked it.
interesting that
It is
you
interesting
would
clip.
only want $100 million. That's crazy.
I just feel like I could do a lot with 100 million. Where 10 billion, you start to get in some weird stuff where nothing's ever good enough. You can buy every single thing you want. I feel like there's
Bro,
like
you
too much
already went.
money.
You already like the first man to travel back in time. Like, what are you looking for? Acting like you want to earn it. You want to be like, no, I want to earn. Why are we making a podcast? What the fuck are we doing here? Everybody wants to be rich. Come on. All right.
Yes, I would dump
All
some
right.
money into the podcast for some advertising. That would blow up, and then we'd make more money on top of that, and then we'd make our own $1 billion.
Yeah, but then I don't. I would rather make it from parlays and you'd be like, yeah, I know
Uh,
everything. And the people hit you. How do you know, man? What's the picks for today? And then I would just
yeah.
start purposely giving people wrong picks so they hate me. North Texas money line. Trust me,
Yeah.
North Texas money line.
Some like dude that you're kind of like frenemies with that you've always not really liked, but you're like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm nailing. This is the one you really just hold that grudge. You're like Stephon Diggs.
That's
You
got
kept receipts,
like
and then
low
you just fuck
key.
them
Is that
over.
not the? Is that not like if you really think about like what's the worst thing you do? Like, killing somebody's probably the worst, but that's not fun, right? After they're dead, just like damn, well, it's over. But like, just imagine if you hated somebody, you went back specifically just to give them misinformation on bets, like, like give them like, yo, this is a 17-team parlay that's guaranteed to hit, and then give them 16 of the right teams, and then one wrong one every week.
or or you like hit all your bets and then you're like, how'd you know, blah blah blah. You're like, I gotta tell you the truth, and you've got like 2 days before you leave back to the future, and you're like, I've actually time traveled. As you can see, I've hit 50 bets in a row. I promise you, my man, I promise you, the 49ers are winning the Super Bowl. Mortgage your house, take your kid's money out of his future, pay off your, do it, get all the money you
Everything.
can, and put it all in the Niners. I promise you, if I've ever given you one thing, you have to do it, and you'll be rich like me. And then you just bankrupt this motherfucker.
And then you go back to the future, right? And you're just stuck inside of a casket, but you're alive still. You're just motherfucker buried you alive. God damn it.
uh,
All right, let's
you
talk
would,
NBA. All right, let's talk
yeah.
NBA.
I'm gonna
That
tell
was
you,
fun.
that is, I like that. The NBA, it's the most exciting season in the history of the NBA. There's the most talent ever. There's the most parity ever. I was thinking last night, and if you rank teams
Is there the
from one
most
to
talent
ten,
ever?
yeah,
Is
it's
there?
crazy.
When you
Think
really think
about it.
about like
Like,
the stars, if you look at the stars of the NBA now compared to, and I think just because you get older, you fall in love with the people you grew up with. But
of
like,
course,
there's no Kevin Garnett's right now in the NBA. There's no Kobe Bryant's right now in the NBA. There's no, not even like, there's no Gary Payton's in the NBA right now. Like, who is it? Is Anthony Edwards supposed to be the next? Is Anthony Edwards literally supposed to be like the next Kobe Bryant?
yeah. Next, and I've like Kevin
No.
Garnett's. What are we talking about? Gary Payton's. Like, there's those role
Who is
players everywhere. It's
who's
not,
Kevin Garnett? Is Carl Anthony Towns the new Kevin Garnett?
no, and nobody's Kevin Garnett just from a talking shit perspective, but a guy who never could win a championship until he sold out and made a big three that people seem to forget about, and they blame LeBron for the big
All
three,
right,
even though the Celtics are the big three. But he never did
hear
shit
me.
aside from just
Hear
pad
me
his
out.
stats and talk shit.
All right, I'm gonna just do this right now, and I'm gonna have to Google a little bit. All right,
Mm,
these are the favorites to win MVP this year. All right,
yeah,
Luka Doncic, SGA,
crazy.
Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. First of all, just imagine those like four names at the top. Like just 10 years ago, nobody would ever pronounce any of them correctly. That's how good you got to
No.
be at basketball to make people who, like say your name that you would never have right. You just, Giannis Antetokounmpo, like you know how good you got to be to make everybody know how to say your name. All right, anyways, Anthony
Mm-hmm.
Edwards, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brunson, Victor Wamby,
Yeah.
Ja Morant. All right,
Mm-hmm.
that's the best players in the NBA. That was like 12 of the best players in the NBA. All right, let's just go back. I don't know if you could do this, but I'm gonna go 19. Let's go
Well,
2002.
but also keep this in mind. You've also got like guys who are still have like a shot, who are still some of the all-time greats. You still got Kevin Durant who can still put it out there. You've got LeBron who's obviously aging but still can put it out there. Steph Curry, like they're not going to be MVPs per se, but they're still three of the best 15 players of all time.
All right, listen to this. All right, just hear you out. This is
Yeah.
This is just the top 5 from 2002 MVP race. Tim Duncan won it. Kevin Garnett was the runner-up. Kobe Bryant was in 3rd place. 4th place was Tracy McGrady. 5th place was Shaquille O'Neal. Allen Iverson was 6th. Dirk Nowitzki was 7th. All of those guys, every one of them is better than Luka Doncic.
No, hell no.
Who's not better than Luka Doncic? I guess it was Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan or Luka Doncic?
You're also nailing like the perfect timing for their ages, like because obviously you put LeBron and all that in there. But
in 10 years, when Luka Doncic, in 10 years, is Luka Doncic known as the GOAT? Is he the GOAT, the greatest of all time?
He won't be better. There's a chance he could be better than Shaq. I don't think so, but there's a chance. There's a chance he could be better than Tim Duncan.
Luka Doncic is better than Shaq?
Dude, Luka is LeBron without the athleticism, but can shoot better. He is like outrageous. He can't play as much defense.
Average. Listen, I think people underestimate how good Shaq was. That's why you got to retire me on top. When like people think of like Celtics Shaq or like Cleveland Cavaliers Shaq, Shaq averaged 30 points a game, and he couldn't even shoot 3-pointers or free throws. Just imagine if he was 100% from the free throw line. He would average 38. He would average 38 points a game. As a fucking big man.
Now you've got Giannis, who's taller than him. Obviously, doesn't have his weight or his power. I mean, some of his power, who can dribble, shoot threes.
Giannis lives in a world where every time he shoots a shot, he gets an N1. I hate to say it, the fouls are called a lot more. Shaq used to get stabbed. A motherfucker would mug him like he was in downtown Los Angeles before he got to the rim, and he still would only get 2 points. He would not. Shaq shot like 15 free throws a game. Giannis averages like 20.
Yeah.
All right. Either way.
I do agree
I'm sorry.
There's too many fouls.
This is how I know I'm getting old. There's no one person. I'm just going to say it one more time so you get in order. Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady, Shaquille O'Neal, Allen Iverson, Dirk. Luka Doncic, SGA, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brunson, Victor Wemby. You tell me who's a greater.
You're leaving out like you hit them right in their perfect prime age. So we still got LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. You know, they're still playing and they're still playing at a high level. They might just not be the MVPs.
Man,
that's how good
this
the league is right now.
This is not their league, bro. That's like Jay-Z in the rap game. It's not Jay-Z's rap game no more, bro. He's a GOAT. He's the GOAT. But it's not his game no more, man. It's like, I mean, back when Jay-Z was going, I was like talking about, Rakim. Kumo D. Yeah, either way. All right. All I'm saying is
no, I get
the NBA
it.
to me is not as great as it once was.
Oh my God. I think it's so much better. The young talent, the excitement. Finally, the new rule that they had last year, halfway through the season with the fouls. So they kind of, to your point, the foul shooting was bullshit and it was awful. So they got rid of that. It's got a lot more physical, which is nice. And yeah, it's just so many. You left out? Did you say his name? This is awful. It's an NBA podcast, and I can't name the best player in the league. The Joker. The Joker's going to go down as top 4 NBA players of all time.
No way. That's why when you look at Shaq play and how dominant he was, when you watch the Joker, he plays one of those get fouls, shoot ugly shots and 3-pointers. Like if you watch the Joker's highlight reel, like when he's done, if you watch his highlight reel, it's going to be some of the most boring, lazy basketball ever.
He's Tim Duncan on steroids. He's Tim Duncan on steroids. He can pass. He's one of the greatest passers of all time. He makes his team better.
I mean,
he makes Aaron Gordon an all-star.
Aaron Gordon's a beast. Like people think, like they traded for him. Like in Orlando, he was good. He was not a. He's still not a star, but he was actually more. He was more decorated as an Orlando Magic player than he is as a Denver Nugget.
No, right. I disagree. Fair enough. But this is a good discussion. I'm glad we've got very first take on this. We finally disagree on some things.
No, the Joker. I mean, I get it. All right, I have to bring in race. I'm sorry. Him being white and being a 3-time MVP, like something that hasn't been done since Steve Nash and Larry Bird.
Steve was only a 2-timer, but yeah.
Well, he would have won it if he didn't have his wife didn't cheat on him and give birth to a black baby. He would have got another one.
That's true.
That was in his prime. He was in his prime.
He was in his prime. I miss Steve Nash.
I seen a TikTok video. You know, like TikTok, you just never know if it's true because people just run. But they were saying that like he got caught cheating with one of his teammates, and so everybody thought it was that guy's baby, and then they got the baby tested, and it turned out to be Jason Richardson's baby. So like his wife was cheating on not but one but two of his teammates. Because you might, you're married, so you already got kids. You're like, all right, one person, I'm gonna love this black baby like it's mine. But when she's cheating on
Hmm.
you, two of your teammates, you gotta break up. You gotta break up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Even
because
a
that's gonna
Canadian,
happen.
even a Canadian, yeah, even a
Yeah,
Canadian's like,
he
oh,
did his best. Did they actually got proven? Because I remember it was just a rumor forever. I know there was an actual fact. Like it got proven. You know, it was
I
always
mean,
just National
I mean,
Enquirer.
nobody's gonna publish a AP statement about the baby being Jason Richardson's, but I mean, you can just tell context clues. Like, if
Yeah.
it was really his baby, him and his divorce her right away. It's kind of like, damn, what a terrible
Yeah.
person. So
I mean, maybe we've got it happening right now with Andrew Wiggins. I guess we'll never find out, but same idea.
that's why I feel like Wiggins finna go on a tear this year. Wiggins is finna like
He's,
that's my long
I'm
shot.
watching. He had 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists last night. He could be back. He led the Warriors in points. Oh my God! If he returns
It's
to
just,
just a bit of his old form, I would be so happy.
I mean, he was never great.
Well,
Andrew Wiggins is never great.
in that playoff run, he was the second best player in the playoffs behind Steph Curry. He was
And
outrageous
what playoff run?
when they won the championship 3 years ago. 3 years ago, he was the second best
Oh,
player in
was
the
he?
finals. Yeah, he was outrageous.
Um, I
He
guess
was like
Canadians would
in
pay
the
attention
talk.
more.
Yeah, he was in the talk of MVP because Steph was having like a few down games, and then of course like the last game, Steph just fucking went ape shit and wiped that away. But he literally was like plus 600 to win MVP, and Steph was minus 120 or some shit
Really, over
in game.
Draymond and Clay. All right.
Oh yeah, he was by far and away the second best player.
Hey,
Um,
who's the Canadian Mount Rushmore of basketball players?
Ooh, it's good. It's tough right now because Steve Nash has to hold it, but Shea is like gonna take it over. So I guess you gotta go Steve Nash, SGA. Then it starts to get kind of bleak. You could go Wiggins or Murray, and I don't really like Rick Fox, but Rick Fox can start to be sprinkled in there.
That's a trash ass
Um,
Mount Rushmore. That's trash ass
yeah, it's
Mount
not good.
Rushmore.
It's not great. Who am I forgetting? There's someone good right now. Yeah, that's probably who's the fourth
Damn.
best.
It was
Yeah,
kind of solid. It was two opposite looking people like
yeah.
Steve Nash, and it's like if you painted out, and then SGA with his cornrows that are still just standard cornrows. And then you were
And
like
then Wiggins.
Wiggins
Yeah.
or Murray, and Murray's sitting there. You got to have his little nappy ball hair that he has from his video he dropped. And then Rick Fox. I mean,
Yeah, it's not good. I think it would be a two-person Mount Rushmore. I should have just stopped there. I should have been like, you know what? We'll just do a Steve Nash SGA. That's our two-headed Mount
just
Rushmore.
looking at each other. It's
Yeah,
just both
that'd probably be
sides
the
of
best
Canada.
look.
We have both.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
Uh,
trash. I feel like the Mount Rushmore of Rhode Island could be better than.
oh no, it's probably true. It's gonna be better. It's gonna get in the next 7 years. It'll be better. Uh, well, to my point about the NBA is the best it's ever been, the talent it's ever been. I was thinking about team wise because back when you listed, the Tim Duncans and the Shaqs, there was like 4 teams that had a chance to win the championship. Like it was just there was no parity. Now I've counted. Well, I'm going to go through it, but 1 to 10, you rate teams, and they're 10 being how high they are of either a really good team or a team you have to watch or want to watch. And there's a ton. So like we go to the Eastern Conference, Celtics 10 out of 10, they're good, want to watch them. Magic, I'd give them like an 8. They're interesting, you want to watch them. Bucks 9 or a 10 out of 10. The 76ers, well, they're always going to be injured. They're like a 9 out of 10 that you want to watch them. They're going to make some noise. The Heat, maybe an 8. The Knicks, a 9 or a 10. And that's just the East, and the East is garbage. We go to the West, we've got the Grizzlies with Ja. That's a 9 out of 10 must watch at least. The Thunder, 10 out of 10. The Mavericks, 10 out of 10. The Nuggets, 10 out of 10. The Pelicans, 8 out of 10, maybe 9 probably. The T-Wolves, 10 out of 10. The Clippers is a 7.
No, the
And
best. Let me just get this. What's the? Because you're just gonna. I can tell by your rating system that you're just getting everybody 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Oh my God, everybody wants to see the Grizzlies.
yeah, but
LaMelo
John
Ball and the
Morant,
Hornets. Who's
John
the
Morant.
worst team? Name me a team that's 4 out of 10.
Ooh. Maybe The West is actually outrageous. So the thing I was going to say, but I'll answer that question.
No,
But the
no,
thing I was
I
going to say,
asked you. No, give me a
the
sorry team.
Pistons, the Pistons or the Nets. Oh, the Nets.
What? You don't want to watch Tobias Harris go 18 for 6 for 18 and have 19
Yeah,
points?
exactly.
Yeah, what kind of person don't want to watch Cade Cunningham, bro? Crazy.
But
No, I'm playing
I
with you.
listed like I listed 12 or 13
I'm telling
teams
you
that are
right
like
now,
must
man.
watch TV.
I the difference between the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Detroit Pistons and the Orlando Magic taking on the Bucks. There's very little in interest. I feel like betting is keeping daily fantasy and betting makes basketball much more enjoyable and just the shit talking. I don't know why basketball. Maybe we see their faces. Maybe they have personalities. It's like wrestling. There's much more shit talking. Like if I were like, who's a better receiver, Tyreek Hill or Justin Jefferson? It would be a little bit. But when we were like, who's better, Luka Doncic or Giannis? People would be like, what the fuck, bro? And so
There's more shit talking.
I
What?
I just don't think that it's that much difference. And the fact that the games don't matter, like they don't until the playoffs. It doesn't matter. That's why it makes basketball not fun. Any given day, it's like,
Yeah.
well, I guess the Nets are gonna blow out the Suns this day. We're just gonna accept that, right? Cam Thomas went off for 50.
Yeah, it's true. There are too many games, and all sports aside from football is way too many games. I'll agree with that. But there's just tons of fun teams to watch. I listed like 12 teams, and that didn't include the Lakers, who obviously LeBron, the Warriors with Curry, the Suns. I didn't even list. There's just a lot of fun teams to watch. Which I mean, even back in the old NBA, there's still too many games. So at least now there's too many games, but there's a whole bunch of fun teams to watch. Um, Also, I had like a thing I've always wanted to say, and I already forgot it. Never mind. I'll remember it later on. Who is your MVP? Who you got?
All right, this is for the betters, right? Am I just doing this to be right? All right. I think personally, if you're going to try to get a long shot, like if you're gonna lock your money up for the
Yeah.
year, you're not betting. Yeah, Luka Doncic is what plus 300. I mean, you put $100 on Luka Doncic, you win $300. It's not great to be
Mm-hmm.
having your money bet the whole year, but I think there's some real value on Zion Williamson. Right now, I'm seeing him
I
at
was just
plus
looking at that now.
9,500. And like this is
Oh
a
wow.
Zion perfect. Like if you watch him in the preseason, he's in shape. He's been working out. He was a former first round pick. A lot of people wrote him off as a bust. If he can stay healthy for a whole season, he has a good team that's probably going to make the playoffs. This could be a surprising Zion Williamson come out season. I think he could easily average like 27, 10, and 5. Like just a solid year. And so if
Mm-hmm.
that team wins, which I think they are, they got Murray there now, and it's obviously CJ McCollum. I just think that if you're gonna lock your money up, put $100 on Zion, and then you win in 9,000. You know, like that's much better than Luka
Mm.
Doncic at plus 300.
Yeah, I think that's good value. I would do like I would sprinkle. Yeah, there's no value at all with Doncic at 300. I would either do. Ooh, I think Giannis plus 850. He's got something to prove. People kind of forgot about him, and now I would do a John Morant at plus 4,000. Those would be my two.
Really? What happens if Ja Morant's
Yeah.
like the favorite? He's the favorite to win MVP, and then he just decides to party again. And now he's like got a bitch twerking in front of him while he got his two guns, and he's shooting in the air, listening to the big extra plug. And you just like, damn, there goes my money, bro. That's Ja Morant. They wanted to make Ja the face of the NBA, bro. They were like, we don't want all these
Yeah.
foreigners being the face with tough names to pronounce. Let's make Ja Morant the face of the NBA. And meanwhile, he's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're making it very hard for us to market you, Ja.
uh,
You think we can go by your full name? Right now, what is Ja Morant's full name?
it's like John Olupoulos. You just I have no idea. That's not his full name. I had no idea.
You know, there's not. All right, his real name is Demetrius. It's Demetrius.
Really, I had no idea. I really thought his name was Ja.
Demetrius Jamil Morant. Ja.
Jamil. Oh, ooh,
Yeah, you should name your kid.
interesting.
You should name your son. You should name your son Demetrius.
Ja.
You should
Demetrius.
name your.
What?
You should name your son
Okay.
Demetrius.
All right. I
And
was
here's
thinking
my
about
theory why.
Shay.
Let me break it down. You got to break name your kid Demetrius if you want to do your part in the future. All right.
Hmm.
Because of cultures are different, I feel like there's a big divide amongst races with different names. Like when you read Demetrius, you already know what to expect, and I think that's what creates like negative stereotypes because it's like, oh, you know, here comes this. but I feel like we get more white babies named with names that would perceive ghetto. Then like I think there's a change where you're like, oh, there goes Demetrius on his way, and people are like, who's Demetrius? Just a white kid with glasses walking up. Then it changes the narrative, right? Like
I
yeah,
like that.
and so that's why I'm trying to encourage at least 15 people who I think are going to have kids that are at least upright, standing,
Mm,
maybe do something great with their life to name their kids like ultrally like Ladasia and shit like that.
mm. That's a good idea. I like that. We can change, break the cycle.
All
I
right, so
appreciate
yeah,
that. All right. Who do you got? Have you been watching the rookies though? I'm just looking right now at the rookie of the year.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Yeah,
bro. This is the one year where the rookies were so boring. I don't even
so
know who.
bad.
Like, I could not name you the
Yeah.
top three picks of the NBA draft.
So I did Zach
Let me-
Edey. He's Canadian, so you have to take mine with a grain of salt. But I took
Oh
Zach
shit,
Edey
because
before.
you
Yeah,
got a spot on the Mount Rushmore for his ass if he balls out. Like
exactly.
he's playing for higher stakes,
Yeah, he can pass
but
Rick Fox.
he's kind of trash. Like he's just 7'5".
No,
He's not dominant.
what? Look at his college career was the most dominant college career of all time. It was insane.
But like, it's not like you can look at the stats and you can look at the accolades and you might say that. I watched him with my eyeballs and he's not dominant. He's the guy that like is bigger than everybody and like kind of makes like soft ass shots. He's like Shaq was dominant. Akeem Olajuwon was dominant. Even Tim Duncan's boring play style was dominant. Zach Edey, to me, just
Well,
feels lucky.
well, I mean, he's definitely not. I'm not ever going to say he's going to be one of those three players. He's definitely not going to be anything huge in the NBA, but I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be solid. He also
I
only
think it's
started
still in
playing
his job.
basketball like 5 years ago or something like that. Like he's been playing basketball for 5 or 6 years, and every year he's
It's
just
not
gotten
that.
like progressively better.
Yeah, look at this is
So
crazy. Oh, Dalton, how you say his last name? Knight,
connect,
Nick,
connect.
Connect. That motherfucker's a problem.
Yeah,
The Lakers
I
have a
like.
history of drafting the Lakers draft the coldest white boys. I promise you. Fucking Alex
That's
Caruso was
true.
a beast.
Yeah,
Austin Reeves gets buckets. Now this Connect, I promise you. They scout knows he's like, yeah, this motherfucking ball. I think it's test. It's like he puts him around like the hood and just see how his environment. Like basketball is one of the easiest ways to end racism. Like a white boy can really hoop, he gets all the respect. People are like, hey man, get that white boy his money back. Hey man, sorry I robbed you the other day, man. Here you go back your shoes.
yeah. It's like they're trying to do some sort of marketing ploy. They want like the Eminem of basketball. Like one of these ones are just going to break out. Like they're going to get Cooper Rush or not Cooper Rush, whatever the fuck, Cooper Flag. They want the
Yeah,
next white
that's
hype.
crazy. Yeah, but like, look at this: Zach Edey, Zach Kareem, Rashir, Reed Shepard, Alexander Starr,
Recession.
Stephen Cass. Do you know these guys? Like,
Oh
man, I don't
yes,
even know what team these guys are on. And I'm a basketball fan. Like, I know my shit. But
yeah,
like, all these guys are like famous.
yeah.
Are these
It's
guys?
not, it's not
How
a good
many of these
year.
guys are in the? How many of these guys are in the starting lineup? I know Edey is, but are the rest of these guys in the starting lineup?
I think Reed Shepard might be here and there. Castle will be. I think Castle has the best chance for a nice little. It's not like a long shot, but I like him. Reese Sachet is trash. I can't believe he's second on this list. Reed Shepard
He's
apparently
probably
he's
gonna
like
be
one of the
good.
best shooters. Reed Shepard's like one of the best shooters of all college. Like has seen in quite some time, so I think he's all right. But yeah, it's not
Yeah.
good. We can skip the rookies.
Okay.
Look at Wembenyama shooting up Defensive Player of the Year. We don't need to get in the weeds here. We're NBA divisions.
You know what I think sucks? Are we looking at divisions? I want to do defensive player. I just want to say my claim, all
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Like defensive player of the year in football is like always a D lineman. It's just whoever gets the most sacks gets defensive player of the year. And it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
unfair because these guys like Stephon Gilmore did win it, but like a lot of times great cornerbacks and great linebackers almost never get it. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like defensive player of the year is reserved for like whoever gets the most blocks and rebounds. It just like Rudy Gobert is
Ooh.
like a 3-time defensive player of the year. I watched him against the
Mm-hmm.
Joker. Like Joker dropped like 50 on him. And I'm like, how do you get defensive player of the year when someone could drop 50 on you in a game? Like, there's no
Yeah.
way you're defensive player of the year. And I feel like a guy like Marcus Smart is like always getting steals, a smart IQ player. I just feel like he gets hated on. So if you look at the defensive player favorites, it's Victor, Chet Holmgren, Bam Adebayo, Evan Mobley, Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert. Like just whoever blocks the most shots. And I feel like that's a
Mm-hmm.
fucked up way of like it takes away the small guy. I want to see who's the little Japanese guy that's like 5'9" that's getting fucking is nice. You know what I'm talking about?
No, wait, 5'9" Japanese guy.
You haven't seen the
I'm trying to
5'9"
scroll through.
Japanese guy? He made the roster. He's
No.
fucking dope. I'm about to butcher his name.
What teams he
Watch
play
his
for? I'm
highlights,
scrolling through
bro.
right now. Okay. But I do agree. Like, there needs to be. Last year, a smaller guy almost made it, and some people were saying exactly what you were saying that he should have won. I can't remember who it was though. Was it? But I think you made a great point.
Hold on, no, I'm about to get his name. His name is Yoku Kalamura.
Oh, never heard of him.
Yoku Kalamura. Damn, I wish you could put highlights up because that motherfucker is nice.
Oh,
Are you looking him up?
nope. But I will. I don't know how to spell it or
He's
anything.
on
But I'll
he's
check
on
it
the
out.
Memphis Grizzlies. He's on the Memphis
Oh,
Grizzlies. And he's 5'9",
okay.
and he's getting buckets. All right.
Want to know
As much as
what's a
all right.
weird? It's always like the stupidest award, but it's the most improved player, and you never know how that works. Like it's But right now, Wemby is plus 500. So if he's being considered for this award, really, there's no one else that could beat him. And I feel like you got to go right now and put $1,000 on Wembanyama to be the most improved.
I feel like really, I mean, he kind of had a decent year. I mean, unless he's like MVP, which is going to suck to win MVP and most improved. I feel like somebody
Hmm.
like Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams could take it to the next step. Because right now,
Yeah.
like Chet Holmgren is like kind of good, but they don't. The second best player on Oklahoma City is Jalen Williams. And like, if you
Hmm.
ever watch him, like in the fourth quarter, he takes over. Like they give Shy a break in the beginning of the fourth. He gets like
Hmm.
14 points every fourth quarter. And I feel like
Yeah.
somebody like him at plus 1100. Like if he comes into like that Scottie Pippen range where he's like a legit like second option that could be a starter on another team first option, I mean it's him. I mean they might try to
Okay.
decorate Victor. They might try to decorate Wemby to be one of the goats and give him a bunch of awards so that
Yeah.
when it's done and said he's like easily Hall of Fame. I'm not a big Victor a Wemby fan. I don't know. I just don't like his game. He's a
What?
big man out here shooting three. I guess I like dominant players. I like motherfuckers that like Kobe Bryant will come down the lane and dunk on you. Tracy McGrady will come down the lane and dunk on you. I just feel like the new age of basketball is a bunch of like technicians, like people who are just really skilled at understanding the art and like just there's no like dominant like move out the way or like I'm gonna score on you whether the ref's
I
here or not.
I always forget how much you like Tracy McGrady and Allen Iverson. We argued about this about something way back. You tried to compare them to someone. I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. But I would take Anthony Edwards 10 times over before T Mac in the history of the world. He is going to be that. Tracy McGrady was just a stat
Yeah.
getter.
Wow, bro.
Anthony
Tracy
Edwards
McGrady
will be
dropped
closer to Kobe
Tracy
than he will be to
McGrady
McGrady.
McGrady was close to Kobe. If McGrady worked out, he was better than
No,
Kobe. Even Kobe said he used to wear AAU, and he
no,
was like, "Man, this guy's better than me." Kobe says that. He
no.
talks about how he met them. He was like, "I used to want to be like them." Like Tracy
Hmm.
McGrady just didn't work out. Tracy McGrady's career was ended prematurely, but Tracy McGrady was a beast. The man scored 13 points in 13 seconds.
That was nice. I was a huge fan of McGrady, but I just feel like he was just like a stat getter. He was never like a winner. That was it.
I mean, he had nobody. He had bums on his team. He had bums.
He had Yao Ming
Literally,
in his prime.
Yao Ming in his prime.
Yao Ming was a
That's a
beast.
fucking oxymoron. Yao Ming has never had a prime. Yao Ming was a consistently mediocre player throughout his career. And people might shoot me for that. But if you're acting like Yao Ming was dominant, he was not. I feel like Anthony Edwards' team last year, Rudy Gobert, defensive player of the year, which I asterisk, Karl
Hmm.
Anthony Towns, like even Mike Conley's like a hell of a starport. Like he's like an equivalent of Nick Van
Hmm.
Exel back in the day. I just feel like Tracy McGrady never played with that. Like Tracy McGrady was playing with bums.
He played with
We'll
some
argue.
players. I think you're the highest on Tracy McGrady of anyone I know. You do love yourself some Tracy McGrady.
You want to hear the craziest story? One time I was in Vegas during Memorial Weekend with Calais, and we was at a
Uh-huh.
club, and it was so crowded that the guy with the microphone, one of the bouncers, was doing too much. He was like, "Everybody, back up, back up." And what's sad is that like because Tracy McGrady's so tall, you could just see Tracy McGrady's head over everybody. He just screaming in the microphone. It just feels like he's talking to Tracy, and then Tracy kind of like puts his head down and backs up. And I was like, "Yo, you disrespecting a goat, bro." It just felt like he was talking to Tracy McGrady, like, back the fuck up. And then you just see Tracy
Oh my
McGrady back
god.
up. And I was like, damn, how to
Huh.
treat, how people fall.
I did like Tracy McGrady, but I like Vince Carter better.
Because they
Who?
both, actually, Tracy McGrady got him
Yeah,
drafted to
they
the
played
Raptors. He
together.
was like Canadian.
I love
Yeah.
that team. That was like that team got me into basketball. That was a great time to be
You know
alive.
what? I guess why I like Chip Spaghetti. I never NBA Live. That's back before 2K took over. NBA Live like 2005 or 2004. Yeah, Trace McGrady was unstoppable. You could literally just play with him and they would win. You could win a game with just him scoring 87 points.
Yeah, no, he could shoot, he could dunk. He was nice. I'll give you that. I just think you love him a lot. Um, who do you think is going to be in the finals? We'll do some future
You
bets
gotta go.
here.
I ain't gonna lie. The Celtics they're gonna make it.
Mm,
The only person that can stop
yeah,
the Celtics, I don't think that the Knicks are not good enough. I think the way that
yeah.
D'Antoni runs his team is he plays players way too long, and in the end of the year they're all injured. You can't play people 45 minutes a game every game and then expect them to last through
Not
a
D'Antoni,
brutal
but what's his
post.
name? The white dude,
The
the other white
Thibodeau,
dude,
Tibbs. Why did I say D'Antoni?
Thibodeau. Yeah,
Tibbs,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, sorry,
yeah.
my bad, brain fart.
You're good.
Um, Thibodeau's plays these guys all these minutes and then they get to the championship. So he has a starting five that's great, but the way he's going to play
Hmm.
him, I just know nobody's going to be healthy for Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics. So I don't think them. Uh, yeah, I just don't. I don't. The Sixers are, you know what they are. They're not going to do anything
Yeah,
different.
no.
Uh,
Speaking
yeah,
of the
that's the
Sixers,
East.
I wish we should create a betting sports book, but it's just fading teams. Like you can fade teams a little bit on regular sports books. But I want like directly. Like I want to see the Sixers to not win the championship. I want to bet on that at like minus 6,000 or whatever. I just like I want to fade teams left and right whenever I can. I want to fade
You
Tua.
would
I
do
want to
that. That's
fade
just hating.
Sixers
To like
because I
to
just know
win
they're
six
trash.
dollars to win $6 just so that the Sixers don't make the championship just seems like it's a lot of effort to be rooting for a team that suck. I mean, I
Speaking of
like
that, also,
Embiid.
who's your least favorite player in the NBA?
Shit. All right, I gotta be honest. My least favorite player in the NBA is probably a Canadian, bro. I'm not a RJ Barrett fan at all.
Why is he taking? It's not like he's that good. Why are you taking strays at RJ Barrett?
Because he is that good. Like he's like a star of the team. Who's the best player on the Raptors?
I think it would be that other guy, but RJ Barrett, yeah, he's top two definitely.
Isaiah Quickly?
Isn't there one other one that I can't think of right now? Scotty
Grady Dick?
Barnes. Scotty Barnes.
All right. Yeah, either way, actually, Scotty Barnes is a player I don't like that much either. He's like
Yeah,
cool. He's like long. I just don't
I
like. I
can't believe
guess I
you're.
don't like guys.
Yeah,
I
why do
like
you hate
guys who
RJ Barrett?
because he like shoots a lot and he just like like all right. As a betting person, there's a guy that's like always like will get 8 points in the first half and then finish with 14, and you're just like, come on, bro. And he shoots a lot. He's not like he's not shooting them shots. He just doesn't make them.
Huh.
Who's your least favorite player? It's kind of a hating thing.
So yeah, it is a hating thing. So it used to be James Harden, but at least James Harden just
Oh
is
yeah.
trash and he doesn't talk shit. My least favorite is Joel Embiid, hands down. Like I just can't. What comes out of his mouth, the shit he does, I absolutely cannot stand Joel Embiid. He's like, I'm not playing back to backs. Like, don't say it out loud, you fucking idiot. Like, and just maybe if you played more games, you would be able to stay healthy because you can play yourself into shape and not be out of shape by the end of the season, and then you get injured more. Like he's just everything he says. He threw LeBron under the bus, saying he was too old to be the leader in the Olympics, and then LeBron showed him what's up. He just fades when you need him. He says dumb things.
I
He's
didn't
just an
like it.
idiot. I
I didn't like him playing for America.
hmm.
I didn't like him
I
playing
don't
for the
like it.
USA team. We needed
Yeah,
him,
me
but like
either.
I was just like, you're not
Yeah.
American. Why would you like? Yeah, I mean he is. I guess he said his reason why is his son was born in America, so he feels he's American.
Well, and then the French hated him because he said to the president, he met with the prime minister or the president, whatever it is, and he's like, "Hey, I will play for France if you can get me a passport. I'm all in. I'm all France." Then they got him a passport, and then he was just like deuces, and he played with the USA. Everyone hates him. He's
I
worldwide
can,
hated. He's
yeah, I
like
mean
the
I don't
opposite.
hate him
He's
because
the opposite of Pitbull.
he is good though, but like
Yeah, he was good.
he does some. I seen him one time. I had money on the Sixers, and he like almost came back. This was like a Thanksgiving game, or like, and he just like he takes the ball from half court after they were down by two at the top of the game, and he just launches it, and it goes in, and then they reviewed it, and the ball was still in his hand at the clock hit zero. But like he like scored like 8 points in the last minute to like he put the team on his back. So like,
Yeah.
I hate players that are overrated. I don't hate players that are like that motherfucker is good though.
Yeah, he's good. I definitely agree. When he
You know
plays,
who I don't
he's
like
definitely
either? This is weird. I don't like
hmm.
Jalen Green. I don't like his decision making.
Okay. I like that
You
you're
know
just like
Jalen Green?
obscure, not necessarily that they're obscure players, but I love that you're not like most people are like I hate LeBron or I hate Embiid. You're like
And people hate you hate greatness.
I'm gonna hate on some tier
Jalen
three
Green.
players.
All right, Jalen Green is a player. I mean, there was a video drop where like I don't know, people play differently these days. I'm a little older now. There's a video of Jalen Green and his friend playing like he was raping him, and he just let it happen, like covered his face. And go Google it,
Wait,
Jalen Green and like AAU. Yeah, it was really
a friend
weird. And
a friend was what? Can you repeat that? Did I hear that correctly?
he was like pretending to rape him.
Oh.
Let's see if I can find the
Okay,
video.
well you left out pretending. I think the first time you said it, you just said he was raping him and pretending he didn't see it or something like that.
I said
What
percentages
on earth?
afterwards.
Huh.
Uh, yeah, it's like 10 minutes. I don't want. I want a quick clip. Uh,
Yeah. You want
um,
okay.
Either way, and then like he gets rich and like famous and signs a big contract, and then he gets like uh, who did he get pregnant? It's like a Drea or somebody. He's like like it's like a
Oh
39-year-old
no.
old woman, and he's like, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's unique. I just don't.
Okay.
And he's not like a baller on the court to like I don't know. It's just kind of hard to
Hmm.
defend Jalen Green's decision making.
All right. I like that you go deep on these. Like I'm very like not as diving nearly as deep. You're an aficionado going
And
after the T.
and
You
Rudy
guys.
Gobert. Rudy
Oh
Gobert's a
yeah.
hateable player. Yeah,
Yeah,
Rudy
that's
Gobert.
true.
The whole he started COVID.
That's true.
COVID was kind of like a lot of people in Asia dying, and then Rudy touched all the microphones. Don't give a fuck about y'all. Yeah, I'm not in the All Star game, and I lose money because I'm the best defender. How would I have to do? What do I have to do? And he starts COVID. Fuck you, Rudy Gobert. You're a
That's
mediocre
true.
player that let 50 points you dropped on you by the Joker and still won Defensive
Mm,
Player of the Year. They traded Cat for you, and you know you don't deserve it. And you got choked out by Draymond Green. So,
mm,
and
that's
that guy's
true.
never done anything to me. But yeah, fuck Rudy Gobert.
I also hate Clay Thompson. So not hate, but I really, really don't like him. So
Yeah, why?
that's another one for you. I just think he's overrated. I think he's the most overrated player in the last 20 years. He wouldn't be Clay Thompson if he went anywhere else. Like if he was on Charlotte, if the only reason he's Clay Thompson, and yes, I know he's poured in buckets a few times in his life. He's a great shooter, but he gets that confidence with Steph. Like Steph's like a Tom Brady, right? Like Tom Brady made Wes Welker good and Julian Edelman good. Clay has never seen a double team in his life. He's just wide open, taking easy threes because the
Nah,
Steph's getting double teamed. He's got
nah.
no
I
pressure
seen.
ever. He just has to spot
I,
up, shoot.
he has the record for like the most points in a quarter. Like that motherfucker, when
Yeah,
he's on, he's like goat status. Like
yeah, but that's like
when he's not
Kirk
consistently
Cousins
the
has a
best player.
record. Kirk Cousins has a record for like 500 yards in a game. That's who he reminds me of. Like just like a stat. He's not a
Damn.
real dude. Yeah, he's Kirk
Yeah, I hope
Cousins.
he's not Kirk Cousins. We'll see. This is the first time Curry played without Thompson and Thompson played without Curry. We're gonna see.
Hmm. Hmm. And I mean, I'm excited. I think I don't like him at all, but I think he's definitely a good player for Dallas because the Mavs needed someone in the corner who would hit threes after was it PJ
Yeah, I
Robinson
mean,
couldn't
what you
hit
mean? You
a
don't
shot
like
to save his
Finney?
life.
You don't like Finney Smith?
Yeah.
No.
uh, who do you got coming out of the West? See, this is what I'm saying. There's like 5 teams that could come out of the West. It's never been hadn't
So
done
yeah,
before. There's always like 2 teams.
this this is the Celtics versus. Obviously, you want Minnesota to make another run. That would be pretty cool. You
Yeah.
saw what the Mavericks do when they get there. I don't know if I want to see another Mavericks versus Celtics.
Hmm.
Nuggets might be a team. I think Nuggets might be the team. Like that's gonna be a great matchup. Celtics versus Nuggets, because like that's
Yeah.
the best like player for player, like star for star. Like who's gonna be better, Aaron Gordon or Derek White? Like those players that are like,
Mm.
yeah, these guys are pretty good, but they're not stars.
And they have no
Jamal
one who
Murray
can
versus
guard.
Jalen Brown.
Yeah, they got nobody who can guard the Joker. Not like many people can guard the Joker, but they have
I
no real
don't know.
size,
Like
right?
Porzingis is not it, but no, like Al Horford is like sneaky. Like he's the kind of person.
Yeah,
There's like,
true.
if you're gonna find a person to stop Joker, it's not somebody who stops everybody. It's somebody who's smart and like Al
Hmm.
Horford might be the Joker like killer. You know, they have the Jordan killer, the
Yeah.
Joker killer is Al Horford.
Hmm. All right, that could be all right.
Yeah,
I
I'm going
just
with the
hope
Nuggets.
that.
Nuggets Celtics.
Okay, I like it. I hope like last year I was so excited because I've been just hyping up obviously the parity in the league and the talent in the league. And then last year was one of the worst playoffs of all time because just there's so many injuries. Giannis was out, Embiid was out. Then what's his name when the Pacers was out, and just seemed like everyone was getting hurt. And then also there's weird matchups. Like I think if you took the Mavs to play someone else, or like you just move some things around, it would have been an amazing series instead of like 4-and-out, 5-and-out kind of thing. So we got unlucky with some matchups. But I'm excited, as you know, the Canadian thing. I'm excited for the Thunder. I think it sucks that they're so young. Right now, they're the favorites by far. Like they're almost 2 times more favorite to come out of the West than anyone else. But
They don't
like they're
have star
young.
players though. They don't have big moment players
What?
like SGA.
Oh my god! I'll come through the fucking screen.
SGA's
SGA.
That's it.
Chet's
You need.
oddly really good.
He's not a
Caruso. Now
big
they got
player, big moments.
Caruso, and then they got. Oh, he needs
Man,
one good player. Get big moment.
I'll throw my laptop. I like Caruso is a definite like. He's a Sean Livingston come off the
Sixth
bench,
player.
create a spark.
Yeah.
Caruso, if you to mention him while they're going to the championship, I'll throw my fucking laptop right
He'll
now.
be one of the 6 men of the year on that team. He's going to be top 3 6 men of the year awards, and we've already got Jalen Williams, who's going to be. He was a 6 man or right at the top. Then you've got Lugan's Dort. He's nasty, and then
They need another
from the
star,
Knicks.
bro. They need Kyrie Irving to go there. Like if Kyrie Irving's on the team, you need 2 scorers. You need 2 like solid bucket getters to win the championship, bro. Like the Celtics really got like 4 of them, but Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum are gonna ball one of them their game. If SGA has a bad game, who's gonna pick up the slack? Who's gonna help him win that game?
I mean, it'll be what.
But
I can see your point about the superstars.
What if he's Jordan? What if he's just like in his early stages, he keeps getting knocked out on like the playoffs, and then they're gonna trade and get like one player. It's gonna be trade and get Zion Williamson, and then they just go fucking crazy for like the next 10 years.
I love that.
If
I like
Zion's
where you're
on that
going
team,
with that.
if Zion's on that team now they're contenders.
I would like a big man, or someone like an Evan Mobley, or I don't know, just who's like a young big talent, someone like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, I'm excited for the season. What do we have any other NBA to cover? Of course. Speaking of people I hate, start of the year, Joel Embiid's already out. Paul George already out. And it's just like you guys are so trash. I can't stand you. Here's a bet I did do. I was fading the Sixers because they won't stay healthy, but I know my thought was they would jump out and be hot out the gates because they want to prove everyone wrong. But then, someone will get hurt halfway through the season. So I took them to win the NBA Cup because I feel like they'll like kind of be like front runners for the NBA Cup. Like, see, we can win and do all this, but then
That's a
they'll
LeBron
fade
award.
when it really matters.
LeBron's gonna win five straight NBA Cups before it's done, and then people are like, "Can you catch LeBron?" Like that's how he's gonna beat Jordan. Like Jordan got 6 rings. They were like, "LeBron got 5 NBA Cups, bro."
NBA Cups.
Yo, just so you know, Alex Caruso's odds to win 6 Man of the Year are plus 22,000.
Okay.
I mean plus 2,000. Which if you really like that, you can get it. But before him, they got Malik Monk, Dante DiVincenzo, Nas Reed, Benedict Mathurin, Bobby Portis, Miles McBride. If you watch that last game, he might be it. What?
You know where Benedict Mathurin's from? Canada. I didn't know he was going to be that high on the list. I'm glad that people are really pumping that dude up.
That guy scores. He's a bucket. He's a walking bucket.
Especially Arizona. He was nasty.
Yeah, he's a bucket.
Well, no,
Miles McBride.
I hate to.
Miles McBride. Yeah. If I had to give someone a bet, I would say Miles McBride 6 Man of the Year might be like your money.
Yeah. Some good 6 Men of the Year.
Yeah, that's
it's
it.
Weird how the Sacramento Kings just fell off. Like they went from battling the Warriors to just being a mediocre ass team.
No, they're good this year. They just picked up DeRozan. They're gonna be solid.
They
Sabonis,
should be better.
DeRozan, De'Aaron Fox, like they're gonna be solid.
That's what I'm saying. Like back in 2001 or whenever you're going back, there was like 3 or 4 teams I'd want to watch. Now I would watch the Suns, Warriors, Lakers, Grizzlies, Pelicans, Nuggets, Thunder, Mavs, maybe the Kings because, like you said, they'll be solid. Spurs because of Wemby. Rockets are like young but kind of exciting. Not the Jazz. Definitely the Timberwolves. Not the Blazers. Clippers, meh. But in the West, all but 2 teams are like highly watchable. It's insane. But
Willie Green that won Coach of the Year is plus 1,200.
Ooh,
Willie Green with the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans make a good run. They got Murray now. I think they're
yeah.
a good team. They got a solid bench. They're the team that, like, you see you need two scorers. They're the team that could be with the Thunder were last
Hmm.
year.
Yeah. I like that.
It all depends on Zion. If Zion wins MVP, Willie Green's winning Coach of the Year.
Yeah. I hope Zion stays healthy. I think this is like because I don't really care too much about any NBA team. All I care about is the stars staying healthy. Like I just for the fan of
Oh,
excitement, I want Ja, I want
Zion
Zion, I
got
want
Zion's like got a clear mind. He had his two babies. Remember the girl was like, Zion's my baby daddy, and she was showing all the
wasn't it a porn
pictures and like
star?
that. I don't even know if she was a porn star. She was, I mean, if we call her OnlyFans girls like porn stars, yeah.
Oh,
But like,
okay.
she
I
had,
thought she was
you
real.
know, like fat asses were like, there was a wave where like overly fat asses was the wave. Like Kim Kardashian had two
Mm,
basketballs and women started like shrinking them.
mm,
She's still in that age where it's like I don't want to bring you home and like the topic of discussion is like, you see your girl's ass? And like, yeah, I don't want that attention. So big asses aren't it. Also, you asked me about off-season stories. My favorite off-season story is Tyrese Halliburton. This is recent. He was just
hmm.
literally like drunk at like 4 in the morning. Like, I just want to get 50 Cent a shout out. And he had this white girls, like just solid, like not like baddie white girls. And again, I got bad white girl taste, but just some sixes in the background. Being like, yeah, you seen the video? And he's just like, shout out to
No.
you, 50 cents. And he's just like, why are the white girls in the video? I don't know. It's just,
I want to see this
I gotta
video.
show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm
Uh,
putting it on here because you're not gonna show the video.
speaking of almost knocked over my light. Speaking of fat asses, do you know who Dylan Brooks is dating? Is she like a common known person?
Who's he dating?
So I was in France, right, for the Olympics, and me and my lady were having breakfast. And in this area of France, we're in Lille, so it's like a pretty small, populated town of only
Hmm.
white people. And you would think we would notice the 6'9" black dude who walked in first in this tiny little cafe. No, that's not what we won't notice. All of a sudden, this like, even with our head, was the biggest like ass that made no sense whatsoever on like this smallish frame, huge. And we're like, who the fuck is that? And then I looked up from the ass, and like that's all Jess noticed too. And there was Dylan Brooks. I'm like, oh my god, it's Dylan Brooks. But we just noticed it's a girl's ass. Her name is Big Bambina. That's her nickname. Have you heard of her?
Hmm.
Big
I should know her.
Bambina,
I gotta see her.
right?
I gotta see her. Yeah.
So she's I forget what's her real name, but she was like an Instagram
Hold on.
something or other forever. But then she like deleted her Instagram, I think. But anyways, I guess her name's Danielle Frappier.
You got
But
you got to listen to
oh
this.
oh, this makes so much more sense now. So anyone who can't know what Jared just showed me was Tyrese Halliburton's video. And I thought you were saying he was like in the club. No, he was just at like some dorm room with two white girls. And he was like, shout out 50 Cent.
Three.
And
It
they're
was.
all,
He said it's 4 o'clock in the morning with his three white girls, and it like I mean,
yeah.
God bless what happened after that. He probably had all of them just
Yeah.
sitting face down, and he was just like this, making a decision, just making a decision. He was like, "All right, you two, go take a break."
Well, was it it was like a year or two ago where like a guy in college or who was it? He was getting interviewed on what ESPN, let's say. He's like, what are you? He was like, oh, just doing homework. They're like, oh, who's like doing homework with you? He's like, oh, just it might be a aunt, but I don't know. He's like, oh, I just got friends over. We're all doing like a study group. And then all of a sudden, like three badass chicks just walked in like the background, and whoever was interviewing him was like, can I come study? And they're like, damn, what kind of study group is this?
Yo, you
And
want to
he
hear
was
the most
high as
craziest
shit
story?
too.
All right, there's a guy. There's a guy in Miami that had the craziest story. Uh, this is back when Snapchat was a little more popular.
Hmm.
Um, Here, hold on. I want to say it to the camera. Uh, Damn it. All right. So there was a guy named Nakasi Perry, right? He was our starting quarterback in Miami. And he had his Snapchat story, which is like the dopest Snapchat story of all time. It just shows him like on a plane sitting first class on the head of the game. Then he's after the game with his phone, like, yeah, after they just won a fucking game. Then he's back on a plane. He gets back, there's like liquor. And it just cuts to him fucking the fattest booty woman you've ever seen. You can't see her face, but it's just like, well, damn it. I would have liked to have got that. Damn it. I want to show the video, but then you're not gonna be able to post this.
Yeah, maybe don't show the video. But I think I remember that now. I think maybe we were talking about it in the group chat way back. Because yeah, I
No,
remember
I
like
want
you
to.
meant to. I don't think you could show it.
I
Then
don't know
we'll
what he
not be
did.
allowed.
Either way, he was just basically showing how dope his life is. He was like, "My life's better than
Yeah.
yours, Skip Bayless. I'm winning that life, Skip Bayless." That's what he was basically saying. And I was like, "Yo, respect." Like, obviously that's fucked up, but like,
Yeah.
respect. He had a good day. You know, life's about the moments,
Yeah.
not the whole. It said life's a marathon. It's about the moments.
Absolutely. uh, shit. Well, I was gonna say we can do. Is there any more NBA? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to go over, but I think we kind of covered that, right? The NFL. I don't think we have time to go through it. NFL week's kind of shit. There's like 3 or 4 good games, but there's some awful games. It's a pretty down week,
You don't like the Colts versus Texas? What kind of person are you?
right? Colts, Texans, and like just some blowouts. There's gonna be blowouts everywhere. As a
I get
better, do
NBA,
you like close
NFL
games or do you
trumps.
like long? Like, would
Well,
you rather bet on the -8, -9, -10 games, or like the -2.5 games?
one of the most best betting strategies you can take is to just take every NFL game, bet 1 to 6 win on both teams for every game in the NFL, and you will make a profit.
Hmm.
Because it's usually like plus money on those games that are 1 to 6. And I would say it's a crazy abnormal amount of games that finish within 6 points. And if you
Hmm.
win 3 of those, you make a profit. Let alone you get a weekend where
Yeah.
you win 5. So yeah, that's a good bet. So we're saying that I like close games. I like games that you know the team may win. Like I hate when it's
Hmm.
a blowout. Like the Bucks
Hmm.
game when they started to come back, that was a crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that was sad. I had Chris Godwin in like a couple leagues and PPR leagues. He's the #1 PPR wide receiver. I spent a ton of money on him, and now he's just gone. My season's done.
The Guillotine League, I'm out of it, so I kind of don't even want to watch you guys. That shit is way funner than regular fantasy football.
Yeah, it's intense. I've had some bad rash of injuries. There's no good games. Bills Seahawks is all right.
What are
That's
you
fine.
talking about? Football's more to me. I'm more football's more entertaining than basketball for me.
Yeah,
At
I
least in
agree.
this season, like this part of the season, playoffs basketball,
Mm.
the finals is pretty fun. All right, you
Who do you
got the
want?
Ravens, Browns. Oh, that's got to suck
Yeah,
with
that's
Deshaun
shit.
Watson out and Jameis. You're right. Every team, Eagles, Bengals. I bet you the Bengals beat the Eagles.
One of the best game is the game on my birthday, Vikings Rams.
Why is that the best game?
Well, it is. It's on my birthday. It's the Vikings. It's my Vikings are playing, and it's a close game.
The Rams are sellers. They're going to get rid of all their star players and tank.
No, they got Puka's
They,
coming. Cup is playing, but yeah, I heard Cup could get
they're
traded,
trying to
right?
trade Cup. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, actually, this weekend does suck. I mean, the best game is the
right.
Bears versus Commanders. That's
Yeah, and
crazy.
that's only if Jaden Daniels plays.
Damn. Hey, I'm going to take a shout out. I'm going to say this. Bears, you guys are great. My brother Calais was debating very hard between Miami and the Bears.
Hmm.
Ultimately, it came down to the fact that he didn't want to play in the cold. It's the only reason. Only reason he went to the Dolphins. He thought they were both good
Hmm.
teams. He said he'd rather put his trust in Tua than a rookie quarterback. And
Hmm.
I just want to say on this, I just want to say out here because I tried my hardest to go to the Bears. So I'm publicly saying, I told you so, Calais. I fucking told you so, bro. Fucking the Bears are good. The Bears are going to the playoffs, man. The Bears are good. That's a tough division there, man. Everybody's good in that division,
Hmm.
but the Bears are good. If the Bears might
I,
win it, they all they gotta do is beat the Lions.
the Bears haven't played anyone yet. I think they're going to come back down to earth. They're better than I thought they would be, but no, they're not making the playoffs. And
What do
if
you
Tua's
mean?
healthy, Miami, but I didn't like that Miami pick either just because I've been super down on Tua forever. I wish he went to like just a sure thing, like the Bills, the Chiefs, someone like
The
that,
Bears
you
have
know?
the easiest strength of schedule, man. They got the
They
Commanders. They
do
win this
have
when
stupid.
They play Arizona, New England. They could easily be like 7-2.
Do you know, let me list to you because this is a bet I just made now. The Jaguars over under wins now total is 6.5. Listen to their next games. They've got Packers, Eagles, Vikings, Lions, Texans. Those are their next 5 games. They're gonna go 2-10 to start the season.
They're gonna lose every one of those games.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
crazy.
How many of them are in London though? They have an advantage in London. Are they playing any more games in London?
I don't think any more in London.
Yeah,
They're shit
yeah. I
luck.
think they played the Patriots and Chicago. I like London
Mm-hmm.
games though. Don't you like waking up and one game's already down? You're just like, oh. Like I
Yeah.
hate on the East Coast. If you're on the East Coast and you wait till like it's 1 o'clock before football starts, it's bullshit.
Uh,
Got like
that's where I
4
like where
hours
I
to
am. I
wait.
think the middle of the country is the best place to be. Like I'm on mountain
No
time,
one's
so it's
ever said
nice.
that.
You kind of
No, no
right.
one's ever said the middle of the country is the best place to be. Yeah, Idaho is our favorite place. Ohio, you never been to Ohio? What do you mean Nebraska is not your favorite place? This is
Yeah.
terrible.
For watching football, the middle of the country is the best for watching football because then you get like a nice
Oh yeah,
10, 11 a.m. start. You can do stuff in the morning.
they're over under 6 wins. That's
Yeah, 6.5.
crazy. I mean, you got to think
Mm-hmm.
maybe they'll beat the Vegas Raiders in Vegas. Maybe they'll
Mm-hmm.
beat the
And
Titans twice.
beat the Titans. Yeah, but aside from that, and the Colts, like, yeah, it's not good. I had a ton of Jaguars futures too. I need to hedge now, anyways, because I'm getting murdered. But yeah,
Why did you like them? Why did you think they were going to be good?
I just thought Trevor Lawrence, like they started last year, what 8-2 or 6? I don't know. They started out last year really good. Trevor Lawrence has the talent. Their defense was legit last year. I don't know what the hell happened to them. They added Brian Thomas Jr. They have Christian Kirk. They have Ingram. What's Etienne at running back supposed to be legit? And Lawrence was only 24 years old, so I was like, damn, he's so young. He's going to continue to
He's
get
a
better and
bust.
better. And yeah,
When are we gonna admit that he's a bust? I mean, he's a $52 million. He's a Sam
mm-hmm.
Bradford type of guy.
He
Um,
might be Sam Darnold. He might be like I want to bet on him in 3 years. He goes to like the Steelers or somewhere and has a full resurrection, kind of like Sam Darnold's doing right now.
I I know how like perception and racism plays a toll on everything. So I like to do this thing in my head where I reverse races on quarterbacks to find out how
Mm.
much I would love them. I don't know if we did this on the podcast, but there's like
Kind of
certain
like talked
quarterbacks.
about
You're
it.
like, if Trevor Lawrence is black, would he be loved?
Probably not.
He'd be like a DTR.
Yeah,
But like
that's true.
there's certain like Will Levis, if Will Levis is black, he'd be Malik Willis. But like there's certain like yeah, I
I
mean
got a question, a
if
racial question for you. Is the this will be a good little TikTok video too. Jared Quay is the white pocket passer quarterback dead in the NFL for the future? Like, is that ever going to be seen ever again?
yeah, you got to have a mobile quarterback. If you're solely sitting back there trying to pass, you're in a time machine and you're playing against Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in 2007. Modern day quarterbacks have to be able to read option.
Mm-hmm.
Even Daniel Jones got wills, like all of them. Like I think the
Mm.
slowest quarterback, I would say the slowest quarterback in modern day football is Sam Darnold. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins, but he's on his way out. So right now, oh, Jared Goff, I guess, is still kind of relevant or younger and relevant.
Mm, yeah, and everybody loves him, but I just feel like they're for a rewrite. They're due for a Jared Goff game. Like right now, he's going like 19 for 19, but
Mm-hmm.
like there's gonna be a team defense that shows up and like fucks Jared Goff up, and it's like, damn, Jared Goff threw 3 interceptions, only has 7 completions, and only has 123 yards. But yeah, I would say that if you're a young quarterback and you don't have like HGH to get speed, you're fucking yourself up, bro. Pocket
Mm.
passes are dead, man.
It seems that way.
Yeah, so
I also want to skip over, or not skip over, but that you skipped over 2 times. I mentioned today was my birthday and you didn't really recognize it. So
holy shit, you did say that.
twice,
Just to
2 times.
today's game.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. I mean, birthdays at this age are terrible, aren't they?
There, it's true.
What do you got
It is
What do you got
interesting.
planned for
We
your
both had
birthday?
our nothing. We both had our birthdays on this podcast. That's kind of fun, right?
Yeah,
Is
happy
your
birthday.
birthday
You want me
on?
to sing it to you or not?
No, that's okay. But yeah, now birthdays suck. I'm not doing
Nah.
anything because I
I,
got the little one coming in the next couple weeks. So really, that's all I'm worried
no,
about.
don't give her your birthday, man. It's your birthday. This might be your last one
Yeah,
before like there's no attention for you. So just
that's
go
true.
out, man. Go for a nice nature walk. Go back
Mm,
and cuddle with your woman, man. This is last. I don't want to give you advice too much. This is the last time you're going to be a priority. Just know that.
mm.
Just know that. Once you have a kid, you are in the back seat of everything in life. That kid trumps you in every way. And so you're never going to be selfish again.
Want to know how sorry my birthday is? I just thought about this. Thankfully, I get to do a podcast with you, but I'm working, and then I go to a baby class that I sit through for an hour and a half, and then I have physical therapy on my knee
Your knee.
replacement that I just had a few weeks ago. So
Damn, because you're
this is
getting
this is what
older.
birthdays are now.
Hey, do they got strip clubs where you're at?
Nope.
They have to.
I don't think so.
That's one of the few places, like when you're a kid, you love like Chuck E. Cheese and like places that made your birthday special. The older you get, bro, strip clubs make you feel special on your birthday.
Really? I've never
Yeah,
been a
just somebody
strip club
clapping their
goer.
ass. Somebody clapping their ass to happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. This is an
And
amazing
you got
time, bro. It's like, yeah.
a little candle in like the butt. You blow it
Just
out.
blowing out a candle and their titties in your face. It was a great time, man. It's just Chuck E. Cheese as a kid, strip club as an adult.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm only looking forward to my Vikings playing on Thursday night football. So, and then baby
Damn, and,
classes and
and
physical therapy.
there we go, man. Well, at the end of the day, you look young still, man. I can't believe you're older. Can we say
Thank
your
you.
age? Because you might be a vampire. You might be a vampire.
I don't let anyone know my age, so we'll just keep it under wraps.
When someone says that, you're like, this motherfucker must be really old.
Hmm.
Like, that's just, is this motherfucker
It's
Fraser
true.
49 years old? No,
What do you think about
you look
backwards
every,
hats for like? Am I still allowed to wear a backwards hat, or is that like only young people can do that? Although apparently young people
that's how
don't wear
you,
backwards hats anymore.
yeah, young people are like becoming adults. They're like wearing like suit pants and like,
Mm.
the style goes the opposite. If you're still wearing skinny jeans and like backwards hats, people
Mm.
are like, what the fuck, boomer? But like, yeah. No, you look cool. Like, that's what you're supposed only reason I'm
Thank
wearing
you.
this hat forward is because it's Dodgers. Because it's the
Yeah,
Dodgers. But I like wearing, that's how I normally wear my hats, but you got to show off for the Dodgers in the World Series.
that's fair. I
Also,
just like
we
I
never talk
wear
about
backwards hat
baseball.
because I. Oh yeah.
Who wins the World
What's your
Series? Who
baseball
wins the World
take?
Series this year?
The
Uh,
Dodgers. I think they
I,
win in like
I,
five.
I think this is my thought process. Friday, tomorrow's game, the Yankees take game one. Yankees take game
Oh,
one in LA, and then the Dodgers win three straight, and then it's the exciting game five. They win, Yankees win game six, Dodgers win in six.
okay. I like that. Have you heard the parking prices in LA for these games?
Bro, I live right by the stadium. You can't drive your car. This is going to be crazy traffic, but I don't like driving around here anyways. Traffic's crazy already. It's about to be a nightmare. Like, don't park.
Hmm.
They need a train that goes there. There's no train that goes there, so you gotta get a ride there. And it's gonna be crazy traffic. What are the prices? What are the prices for parking?
Apparently, there's like full on like the minimum spend is $200 for parking, but then there's like $1,000 plus parking spots that aren't even like valet, like just parking close to the stadium. $1,000.
Damn, I wish I lived close by there. If you live close enough, you could be like, yo, I'll give you, hey, $200 is your spot right here, bro.
Yeah, it's parking on the lawns and everything.
Yeah.
Isn't it in like the ghetto? Isn't it in Inglewood or some shit? Or no, that's the football
No,
stadium.
yeah, Dodger Stadium is right by Echo
Yeah.
Park. It's like Legion Park. It's like a nice
Okay.
area. It's like close to downtown.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking
That's gonna be
football.
crazy, right? Damn. So you don't
Hmm.
ever talk about baseball on this podcast, bro. Our Messi, you don't talk about soccer, you just talk about sports. But you got other podcasts with other people, man. You've been cheating on me, man. I've been watching your shit. I'm like, man, that shit's not as good as ours.
Oh no, no one's as good as you, Jared. Obviously, you're a professional. You're always my main.
Man,
This is with my brother.
that,
You know.
that's what all women say if you have sex with them. I don't want to hear that shit. Tell me the truth, bro. Tell me the fucking truth.
you, you
You're
are
the
the best,
best.
hands
That's all
down.
right.
You're my one and only. I do want to get into soccer, but I just feel like football right now is just so prevalent. So I'm just doing football content, but then once football
Can we
season's over,
schedule? You have a baby coming, so obviously
yeah.
life is going to be different. My
Mm,
favorite sporting event I've been to, because I never got a chance to enjoy like college section of college football, which probably be pretty fun. But like
mm-hmm,
football matches in Europe are like live. I
mm,
went to Manchester United versus Southampton, which is not a
mm-hmm,
fucking crazy game, but the whole time we were
mm.
drunk, we were chanting and standing up and like having fun. And I just want to do that
Yeah,
again to make me feel young. So can we schedule
yeah,
going to go see? You're a Liverpool
yeah.
fan, right?
No,
So
Manchester United actually. I threw the Manchester
I went,
United
bro.
convention. Mm.
Manchester United is ass. They've been like trash for like years. Ever since I
Yeah,
became
they
a
haven't
fan of
been
them, they've been
good.
kind of mediocre. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, they haven't been great.
I became a fan
I
of
would
them just
like
because they
that.
won that game. I said whoever wins this game is gonna get my fandom, which is basically like they were like minus 800 to win. So I was just throwing my fandom at
Mm.
Manchester.
The USA is great at a lot of things. USA chanting is absolute trash, especially in soccer, but in everything. Like the shit that Americans do for games compared to Europeans for soccer or any country for soccer is like
Because it's not
up
the
your alley.
representation of the people who are going to soccer games in America are not the cool people. It's not cool yet. It's not.
Mm.
It's not, fucking the Eagles fans going to soccer games. It's like guys with good
Yeah,
jobs go to soccer games. You got to make at
but
least
even Eagles,
$80,000 a year.
but even Eagles games and
Nobody's at a
like
soccer
NFL games
match.
is like defense, defense. Like NFL chants are bullshit too. Let's go Steelers. Like it's bullshit. They have the
I
worst
mean, we don't
chants
do the
on earth.
chanting shit. Chant's kind of corny, right? Like they just Eagles fans booed Santa, bro. They throw fucking shit on the field. Like they're great fans because they fucking don't give a fuck. But like, yeah, chanting. Nobody chants. Nobody has this fucking like riddles that everybody in the stadium knows somehow. It's like go on your internet and look up the chant. He's a scoring genius with a 15-inch penis. His name is Mumbai. It's like what? No, how would everybody know that?
It's crazy how they do that. It's so much better. It's so much better.
Yeah, no, fuck
uh,
chance. I like, shut the fuck up, ref. That's bullshit. Get my bell money ready. That's better than everybody
yeah.
literally trying to get on cue. And they sing Sweet Caroline in stadiums. Sweet Carolina's a cool
Yeah.
chant. I learned that song from that.
Yeah.
Bo,
They do love Sweet Caroline.
All
All right,
right.
Jared. Well,
All right, I'm getting off this, man. Go
have
be
a
a great
wonderful
father,
day.
man.
Yeah. I gotta do some
I'll
baby
see you next
classes.
week.
Jared Quay.
Happy
See you next
birthday.
week.
Happy fucking birthday,
Thank you.
Fraser. Happy
Thank
birthday.
you.
I'm about to get the
Thank you,
group
Jared.
chat popping.
Let's
all right?
go. Let's go.
All right. Peace.
Faneverland.com, Fraser LeVay podcast. We'll see you guys later.